Hey guys, what's up? My name is Rem Thompson and welcome to my Maker Shed. I know I haven't actually formally introduced myself on the channel. I've just thrown up my name on little cards in the corner of the screen and it's the name of the channel, so it's pretty easy to infer who I am. But in this video, I want to do things just a little bit differently. We're not going to do any gags, we're not going to do any skits. I'm going to try to leave my inability to speak at an absolute minimum, and this one's going to be pretty raw. So this week, we don't have any 3D printing projects, we don't have any top 5 lists, we don't have any tips, tricks, or tutorials for you. This week is about you and me. And I want to take the opportunity to formally introduce myself and explain a few things about myself, the channel, and what our goals and ambitions are. I'm really excited about the opportunity to share a little bit about myself and what exactly we have going on here with the channel with you guys. If you want to take the opportunity to get to know each other a little bit better, stick around. Let's hang out and have some fun. To start off, I want to talk a little bit about myself. I know for most people, that's usually their favorite subject to talk about. With me, that's absolutely not the case, which I know you're probably thinking, it's kind of funny since this guy is on YouTube. But the reality of the situation is, I'm a pretty anxious, pretty nervous person who I would much rather sit back and kind of watch things happen around me. Like I said, my name is Rem Thompson. I'm 26 years old. I live in the middle of nowhere in Ohio. We're right between Columbus and Cleveland. I definitely have a lot of Midwestern personality about me growing up in what basically is the heart of the heartland. We're pretty close to the middle of the state here. From a young age, I have struggled a lot with my self-image, with being confident in absolutely anything that I do. A little bit of anxiety. Things have not always gone super smooth. Things have oftentimes been turbulent. And that's actually kind of what brings me here. Obviously, I'm not the most comfortable on camera. If you go back and watch my very first video, I'm sure you're going to find that it is way better now than it used to be. The reality of the situation is, every week that I'm on camera, things are better, things are more exciting for me, and I'm having more and more fun making these videos for you guys. It's not ever been the fact that the videos weren't fun for me, but this channel and meeting all of you awesome people actually started off as a personal challenge to myself. I have always been fairly anxious on camera. I second guess every single thing that I do and say in my life, and I lack a lot of self-confidence. I do suffer from fairly low self-esteem and an overall pretty low self-image, which is why I started the YouTube channel in the first place. I love to make things. I love to share things with people that I care about, but I'd be lying if I told you that I had an easy time making interpersonal connections. In my day-to-day life, I have 3 really, really close friends that in my mind, they are absolutely like brothers for me. I know 100% of the time if I called any of the 3 of them, they would drop what they're doing if I had an emergency and they would be there for me. And that is something that every person should have, is a couple of really, really close friends that you can consider family, and I'm very fortunate to have them in my life. And since I started this YouTube journey, those guys, Nick, Bo, and Nathan, have been so immensely supportive of me. And I cannot express the amount of gratitude that I feel for. It means the world that they're watching every video, or in the case of Bo, you guys are gonna notice this video is not edited the same as normal. I am editing this one. I don't normally edit our videos. That's actually what Bo does. He's been one of my best friends for the last handful of years, and in a lot of our videos, he is my cameraman, and he does edit every other video that you see on the channel after the first couple. And that's because it's hard for me to find the time and balance, and he's able to objectively cut the information out. Then there's my dear friend Nick. Nick is absolutely the smartest person that I think I've ever met in my life. And whenever I'm in a pickle, when I'm doing something with tuning a printer or operating Fusion, he's the guy I call. He is a sounding board, he's a collaborator, he helps me develop a product which I'm selling in retail stores, which yes, he does get a commission on for helping me out. And then there's my friend Nathan, who he's the kind of guy that if you're backed into a sticky situation, he is gonna fight for you, no question. 100%, hands down, he's ready to go and he's got your back. In some way, shape, or form, I have been responsible for helping get them either really into or started in 3D printing, whether I gave them a machine, sold them a machine, or we just nerd out about printing all the time. And that's pretty cool to me because I got to corrupt my friends with some peer pressure, but instead of doing anything harmful physically, we're just making a lot of cool stuff with melted plastic. So to the three of them, I'm incredibly grateful. But to backtrack, you're gonna notice I don't like to tell stories linearly. The way that I think about things is not in a straight line. I think about things the way that a tree branches off. I'll start telling a story, and then things split and diverge, and then you go from a main straight line into like tree branches that eventually reconverge to what I'm trying to say. And for the sake of this video, I am going to try to put that in a minimum. The moral of the story is, I started this YouTube channel to help myself deal with some personal difficulties and to put myself into an intentionally uncomfortable situation. And as a result, I am more excited about things. I have completely rediscovered my love of 3D printing in a whole entirely different way. I am feeling more confident and I'm feeling less anxious. Now, when I press record, it doesn't fill me with fear, it doesn't fill me with dread, but it does get me so pumped. I'm so excited to share the things that I do with people who care about seeing what I'm doing. Which brings me to my next point. What are we doing with this channel? My goal with YouTube, and it might not have been as clear from the start, but that's because I'm still learning. I'm trying to learn how to be a good host and a good producer and put the content together for you guys. My goal is I want to be able to relate my journey, my experiences, my passion and enthusiasm with you, because that's what YouTube is for me. Content sharing versus regular consuming of like a basic TV show like The Simpsons or Family Guy or something along those lines. It's a lot more of a personal connection. And for somebody like me who has a hard time making some of those personal connections, I find watching my favorite content creators, people like Joel Telling, the 3D printing nerd, Loyal Moses over on the LM show, Patrick W3D, Mandic Really, to name a few. These guys are some of my personal favorite creators and I look up to them a lot. And as I watch them and I hear them speak, you look into these people's lives and you feel like you're making a bit of a connection from them. Like if you ever meet, you'd be able to just have a 25-minute conversation, no questions asked. You feel like to you as the viewer watching them talk about their lives and show you the cool things that they're doing, you feel like you're old friends. And that's the connection that I feel when I watch these creators. That's something that excites me. I want you guys to feel the same way. Like if you're a viewer of mine and you ever catch me out in public, say hi, introduce yourself. Let me know how long you've been watching the channel. I want to meet you guys because those opportunities mean that I'm doing something right. I'm making content that you're relating to me, and you care about what I'm doing here. And that excites me because I don't watch regular TV. All I do is watch YouTube and consume other forms of digital content that are created by normal people like you and like me. And building those connections with people is what excites me. And that's what I want this YouTube channel to be. So I haven't talked about this in a video yet, but I did start a Discord server, and I would be super delighted if you guys would join in. It's a small server right now. It will be linked in the description below, but I really want more people to get involved. I have a hard time with jumping into servers and things and interacting because it's hard for me to feel like what I'm saying means something to somebody. So I feel like if we get more people in there and we get some more conversations started, then the server will be a really fun place, and I want to connect with you guys. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll have those linked below. I'm more active on Twitter/X/ whatever Elon's calling it these days than I am on Instagram right now. And I want to talk to you guys. I want to engage. I want to know what kind of cool projects you're making. I want to know if anything on this channel has inspired you in any meaningful way. And that's what I want to use this channel for. I love to make things. I love 3D printers. I love 3D printing cool stuff like this Gridfinity box. And I want to use the platform that we're building on YouTube to share my love and build connections with you guys. And I want you guys to feel like we're old friends. I want my videos to start helping you feel inspired and empowered to make things, to exercise your creativity, to build something fun and exciting, whether it be a project, whether you're building a 3D printer. Yes, Voron, I'm glaring at you. I promise I'll have a Voron on the channel soon, guys. It's been 2 years in the making, and we're gonna talk about that later. But I want you guys to have fun. I want you to enjoy every video that I'm making. And if you are enjoying what I'm doing, make sure you leave comments and let me know. If you don't like what I'm doing, I really wanna know that. I want to improve as much as possible. You might notice the setup looks a little bit different. I'm playing with different lighting this week, so let me know if that looks good or not. That's something that we're gonna be upgrading in the near future, as well as the lighting situation out here. That makes me really excited. I want to keep putting back into the channel, and I want to make things better, both visually, presentationally, if that's a word, and from a content perspective. I want to start doing cooler and cooler stuff, which brings me to my next point. As of the moment, this channel operates at 100% net loss. We have not made a single positive penny. Yeah, I've made a little bit of money through Amazon affiliate links, which, hey, for each and every one of you who have used those up to this point, thank you. That helps a lot. Every single penny of that's been put back into the channel and then some. We're operating at, we're in the negative. This channel is in the red. We're cash poor right now, but I don't want you to worry about that because we're gonna keep going. I wanna keep making the best content for you that I possibly can, and we'll be doing some things in the near future. We're really close to being able to authorize YouTube channel members, and when we're able to authorize channel memberships, I'm also going to roll out a Patreon. I'm never going to beg, and I'm never going to say, I need money. But if you enjoy what we're doing and you want to support our work, I am going to give those options for people because I know it does feel great to be able to support content creators, especially if you're positioned to do so. But I don't ever want anybody, for any circumstance, to ever feel obligated to pay for anything. But if you do want to support us, we're going to start opening up more and more channels that you can do that with. And Patreon and YouTube memberships are going to be a great way. We'll be doing some fun stuff like giving you behind the scenes content, maybe some vloggy type things. Really, I just want to know, what do you guys want to see us do? What would make a Patreon or channel membership worthwhile for you? In addition to utilizing the affiliate links that we have below and the new Amazon storefront that I've created, I'm not personally selling things. It's part of the Amazon influencer program where you can visit a storefront and buy things that are my recommendations. We also have rolled out some merch. I have a Teespring store, which that'll be linked in the description below as well. So if you like my new channel logo, we have it on shirts, and I have heard they're pretty good quality. That leads to my commitment, my promise to you guys. Every single video, something is going to be better. Whether it be when we upgraded microphones and I bought these new awesome DJI microphones, or whether we're doing something like testing out the lighting, or cameraman Bo learns a new editing skill and he's really excited to show you guys, something is going to be better from either production quality or content quality, what exactly we're doing. We're never going to stop experimenting with new video styles because that's a lot of fun. It's fun to try new things. I've had fun making the listicle style videos where I get to ramble at you guys about my favorite machines or some cool print. I got to film a video in a bathtub at my grandparents' house. If you haven't watched that one, that was pretty fun. We filmed a vlog about how I got my Anchor Make M5. That was really cool. We got to go on a road trip and I got to bring you guys along. And as we grow and more opportunities present themselves, I really want to bring you guys along for more and more of that stuff. And my hope is that as time goes on, we'll also be able to start getting on some companies' radars and get their machines in for testing, evaluation, and projects. If there's anything that you want to see us do a video on, reach out to the brand and let them know you want to see their machine featured right here on Rem Thompson's Maker Shed. I'm not going to stop you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And that leads to another promise that I want to make to you guys. Every single opinion that you will ever hear on this channel is going to be 100% my own. I am not wavering in the fact that I'm going to be honest and upfront with you guys if I dislike something. I don't want to work with companies that I can't trust or they want to put words in my mouth when it comes to an opinion piece. I don't want to tell you that 3D printer number 1234 is the greatest and it's the best thing I've ever seen if I don't genuinely believe that. Every single time I've told you guys how much I love my bamboo printer, that is because I mean it. It's been great for me. I haven't gotten anything at all about bamboo except a couple of unread emails. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to get more stuff for you guys to see, I promise. But the moral of the story is, I'm not gonna compromise who I am. I'm not gonna compromise my integrity because I feel like we're building something really good, you and me, and I want you to be able to trust me. And if I'm not honest with you, and you're not honest with me, then there's no trust between us, and that would be a really, really big shame. Am I the smartest? No. Am I the greatest at building machines or tuning them? No. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be upfront with you. If I don't like something, I'm gonna call it like it is. If I really like a certain feature set, but there's one really nagging detail, I'm gonna be honest. I pick things apart like that. That's how my brain works. I had a delicious meal the other day and thought, hey, what's one thing that we could do to just take this up another level? That's how I think about stuff. I'm always looking for improvements, so I can always find some downsides. Call me a pessimist, call me a realist, whatever you want to do. I'm over analytical by nature, which means I'm going to really pick through the details, and I'll tell you how it is. As the channel grows and we start getting sponsorships from companies, be it 3D printing manufacturers, or I'm telling you guys an app, or I'm reading an ad about a mobile game, hopefully soon, Raid. You have my email. When I'm reading those ads and we're talking about those things, those are going to help keep the lights on in here. Those are going to help get more filament and open up new projects, so that way we can do stuff for you and produce fun content and make memories for you and for me. That doesn't mean I'm going to sell out my soul. That doesn't mean that I'm going to allow somebody to put words into my mouth that aren't factual. When it comes to a review or my personal opinion, that's always going to be my own, and I'm always going to share that with you. I suppose that brings us to this. Where are we going from here? Well, at this point, as far as I can see it, the only way that we can go is up. Every single video that we've done up to this point, we've seen immense amounts of growth, and you have no idea how excited it makes me every single time that I see a new subscriber sign up. When the channel crossed over 100 subscribers, I called every single person that is aware of me producing content, and I was just elated. When the channel hit 200, it was the same thing. We're sitting at 550 subscribers right now. That is something that I never would have thought was possible. You guys are listening to me just rant and talk about 3D printing, whether I'm filming in a shed, at my friend's house, in my grandparents' bathtub. You guys showed up and showed out for me filming a video in a bathtub. That was a load of fun. So the only place that we have to go is up, y'all. And for everybody who's been on the journey up to this point, I'm incredibly grateful for each and every single one of you. To my friends, Bo, Nick, Nathan, guys, thank you for all of the support. And it means the world that you have been so encouraging. My grandparents, both sets, and my mom, you guys are there for me. You guys are very, very encouraging, and it means the world to me. Without the support of all the people who are close to me, I wouldn't have the energy or the enthusiasm to keep making these videos. But these people are encouraging me every step of the way, and we've reached a point where some of you guys are as well. I have some pretty loyal subscribers who are commenting on every single video. Guys, I see you. I try to respond to every comment that we get, and it means the world. I get so excited when you guys comment. I get incredibly excited when I'm starting to see my videos being shared on Twitter. I love it when I see that subscriber count go up, because what that tells me is that we're on the right track and we're doing things. We're moving forward, we're gaining momentum, and the channel is growing, and that is helping me immensely. This kind of started off as a personal challenge to myself to get comfortable in front of a camera, and I'm really starting to feel like I'm getting comfortable in front of a camera. I'm having a lot of fun filming this video and just talking to you. The only place that we have to go is up. We're growing together. You guys are so awesome for making that happen, and for everybody who's watching, thank you. Thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, thank you for sharing the videos. It's been a blast to have you along for the ride, and maybe in a few months we'll do another video like this where I give you guys just another quick life update. I know we didn't do anything necessarily fun and exciting this week, but I felt like it was time for me to really truly introduce myself and talk about what my plan is and my motivation behind doing what we're doing. I'm thankful. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week.